In this episode, we explore the CTE program. From the Heart of Paradise, I'm Matt.
And I'm Sarah. And of course, joining us in studio, as always, is our amazing team helping us produce the show.
Exciting episode today. We're talking about something that I wish that I had access to in high school, our career and technical education program.
Yeah, we have a really robust CTE program here, but we're going to talk specifically in this first part of the podcast about our health services.
Yeah, this is a great way for students to maybe identify that passion of theirs before they get into post-secondary or the workforce. Kind of a head start.
Yeah, and this is a two-part interview. So we're going to interview a teacher at the start, and then we're going to end with interviewing a student.
Nice. Welcoming to the podcast. Let's kick this off. Teacher in our health occupations CTE program, Nicole Kneib.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you have the exciting opportunity to teach a really cool class or set of classes at Paradise Valley High School.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I actually was a student here 30 years ago, and I took the program that I'm teaching.
So tell us a little bit about your background in nursing and health education, and then how you moved into being a teacher.
Yeah, so on my first day, I got to see a delivery as a healthcare pathways student, and I was on a high for a week, and that's how I knew what I wanted to do. So I went right from high school into nursing school at ASU, and I graduated with my bachelor's degree in December of 2000. And then I worked in labor and delivery for 23 years.
Would you say that having access to that kind of exposure during high school really set you on a course for success? Did you know that was going to be a passion of yours when you first took the class?
I didn't. And that just solidified what I knew what I wanted to do. And this is such an awesome opportunity for these students because they get to see things that even nursing school students haven't seen before.
And this program's been around for about, I think, 40 years in the district. And it sounds like it's a pretty intensive 2-year program of study. Can you talk a little bit about the program itself? And I think that students have to accomplish like 19 skills, or they have to learn 19 major skills.
Yes. So usually their junior year, they do our healthcare pathways. So that's just our job shadowing program where they go in the hospital, they get to job shadow in all the areas of the hospital, like ICU, emergency department, respiratory, all the nursing floors. And then their senior year, they get to take the Certified Nursing Assistant course, and they get to actually perform the skills. So it's so exciting to see how they just transform and learn and be able to connect with patients. I think that's so important.
So industry certifications are kind of a piece of CTE just in general in PVSchools, but how cool of students to be able to work on a CNA during their high school years.
Yeah, because whether or not you want to go to nursing or even if you want to be a physician assistant, you have to have these clinical hours. And these kids are so far ahead of everyone else, because a lot of times if you're going to PA school, you have to take a gap year in order to get your clinical hours. So these kids have an amazing opportunity to have that right from the start.
And I feel like I do have to say for the viewer that when the students, they're always under the supervision of licensed nurses and practitioners when they're going into care homes or hospitals.
Yes. So in the job shadowing, they're always assigned with a preceptor. And they're not allowed to touch patients, but they're allowed to go in patients' rooms and experience things. As a CNA, the course, it's a little bit different. So it's usually 10 CNAs to 1 RN. So I'm usually there facilitating everything, but they're always with a preceptor.
And students don't have to attend Paradise Valley High School to be in this program, correct? They can travel from the other high schools?
Yes. So I teach the travelers. I was a traveler too. I came from North Canyon over to PV to take the class. So it's really cool coming full circle that I get to teach the travelers. And I teach all the kids from Shadow Mountain, North Canyon, Pinnacle, and Horizon.
So talk to us, what do students do if they're interested in this program? How do they sign up or get involved in these classes?
So usually they apply their sophomore year for their junior year. It's a really competitive program because we only have 20 slots for the travelers, and we have 20 at PV and 20 for the travelers. So we look at their grades, we look at their attendance, we look at their strength of schedule. They do have to have biology and chemistry before they take our class.
So this is not something that students can just join mid-year. They do have to apply for the following school year.
Yes, and it is a full year program. Program.
So to families or students who are interested in joining this program, at what point in their high school career should they start thinking about this?
I think you can start thinking, even as a young person, like what draws you? Do you like to help people? What's your passion?
So before we wrap up here, talk to us about students you've had who've graduated. What are some of the careers they've gone into because of this program?
So through Elevate Ed, we have an awesome opportunity their senior year to do a Mayo Clinic internship. And after that, we have 2 students over there right now working as CNAs. And once they get their year of work in, Mayo Clinic will actually help them pay for their nursing school.
That's very impressive. Wow. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. You're a wealth of information.
For more information on this pathway and our other CTE programs, visit pvschools.net.
All right, so I'm very excited. Up next, we do have a student interview. And this,
I was just going to say, let's talk about the student perspective for a second. I didn't know what I wanted to do in high school.
Same.
Let's not float over the fact that this gives you the opportunity to really identify what could become a passion and a lifelong passion while you're in high school.
Well, and I think I'm impressed too, because it's one of those where I didn't know what I wanted to do. I don't think I had an opportunity like this, but on top of it, I don't know if I would have had the guts to take classes like this, because it's pretty intensive. It's not just reading from a book. You're with patients, you see them, and you get to experience some things that most students don't see.
That is one of the great things about career and technical education. A lot of it is hands-on. It does give you that experience. And as Nicole mentioned, kind of gives you a leg up.
It really does. So with us today, we have Reagan. She's a junior at Shadow Mountain High School. Hi, Reagan. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
So you get to be part of the Health Pathways Career and Technical Education program. From your perspective, tell us what that program is and what it means to you as a student.
Yeah, so it's a nursing program that kids get the opportunity to take their junior and senior year, and they get the opportunity to get clinical hours and get to see real life situations, whether that's at Mayo Clinic or Brazo. And as a kid, that's just amazing to see. You get to see a lot of crazy new things that, like Mrs. K said, that most nursing students don't get to see. And that means a lot to us because we go into whatever career that we want to having that experience.
Talk to us about what made you want to get into nursing specifically.
Yeah, so my grandpa passed away of cancer, and I remember always seeing the nurses take care of him, and he always felt like he was being taken care of, and he adored them. So I wanted to provide the same care to other people.
Yeah, you really have to have that compassionate heart, but also the skill to take care of people.
For sure.
It's very impressive.
So talk to us a little bit about clinicals. What's one of the more memorable moments? Because again, this isn't something that every high school student gets to take a part of.
Yeah, my favorite was being in the emergency department. That one was really cool. I had a stroke patient who was very unresponsive, and so his wife had called him, and as soon as he heard his wife's voice, he started crying, which meant that he became responsive and that medicine was kicking in. And it was a really amazing thing to see.
I really love to see that and hear about that. Talk about, a little bit more about the rewarding aspect of going into nursing or the medical field. What are some other rewarding aspects about this?
Yeah, taking care of just other people and getting to see them feel better after being in such a vulnerable time. And so seeing that encourages us to have a positive attitude, knowing that we can make that change in other people's lives.
And would you say that this program has helped solidify what you want to do after high school?
Yes, definitely. Obviously, I knew I wanted to go into nursing at a young age, seeing what happened with my grandpa, but this definitely was like, I love being in the hospital. and getting to see patients and interacting with them. It's really amazing thing to see.
And before you got on, we were talking about how maybe this could be intimidating because it is such a different experience than being in a classroom and just reading a textbook about nursing. You're actually kind of doing the stuff that you're learning. What kind of advice would you give to students who maybe are on the fence? Maybe they're overwhelmed at what this could mean. What advice would you offer to them?
I would say to definitely do the program, and if it's not what you like, then you don't have to, that doesn't have to be your career, but it's definitely something to do in your high school years so that you're not waiting until college and then focusing on a degree for such a long time and then not wanting to do it. And Mrs. K is an awesome teacher. Mrs. Gionette is a great teacher, and it's amazing. We have such fun field trips. Everyone gets along, and it's a good community. And obviously, we get to share experiences that happen in the hospital. And yeah, it's just
I think
amazing.
that's great advice you have.
Yes,
I do have
thank you.
2 questions for you.
Yeah.
What do you want to do specifically after you graduate? So you want to work in the ER, pediatrics, talk a little bit about that. And then, of course, I'm curious, do you have plans for after high school as far as where you're going to go to school?
Yeah, I would like to be a nurse practitioner in the ICU. That's been very interesting to see because, well, first I thought I wanted to be in the ER, but seeing ICU is kind of where ER patients end up going to get them out of, get more rooms open for the ER. So those patients go to ICU and you get to take care of them. So seeing them go from a very vulnerable and intimate time to seeing them become a have better health. So yeah, that's where I would like to go. My plan is to go to NAU and get my nursing degree over there and doing their nursing program.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast, joining us today, and talking about this incredible opportunity. If you have if you have questions and you need information about this program or any of our CTE programs here in Paradise, visit PVSchools.net.
Yeah, thank you, Reagan. So up next, we're going to continue talking about CTE, and we're going to specifically talk about our Culinary Arts program.
So our culinary arts students not only are learning about the culinary arts, they're also giving back a little bit and working with, or recently worked with, some of our littlest students at Pinnacle High School, part of our Little Pioneers program.
That's right. So we have our Little Pioneers program that's on the Pinnacle High School campus. We went out and talked to some of the culinary students at Pinnacle, and we got to talk to some of the 3- and 4-year-olds who are part of Little Pioneers in a fun video interview. Let's go ahead and take a look. This is Sarah Hackett with PVBeat on the Street. We're out here at Pinnacle High School. We're going to follow around some of our culinary CTE students and see them working with our cute little Pioneer students who are part of the preschool program. They're here today decorating sugar cookies, getting ready for the holiday season. Our first interview is going to be with a student named Ethan. Let's go get an introduction. So this is Ethan. Hi, Ethan. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Can you tell our audience your name, what school you attend, your grade, and why you're a part of this culinary CTE program?
Yeah, my name's Ethan Seitz. I go to Pinnacle High School, and I'm a part of the CTE program because of the community and everything it offers. I love cooking, I love baking, so that's how I got into it my freshman, sophomore year. I just came in here for an extra class just to get the credit, but then I really fell in love with it and wanted to get into it more, so I've started doing a lot more in it.
Do you have future plans to work in the culinary institutes or restaurants or anything along those lines?
Yeah, I currently am working as a chef at the Lifetime Cafe over off Mayo Boulevard, but I want to get into something more in the industry, possibly owning a business or being a chef somewhere.
Very nice. Okay, we'll let you get back to the Little Pioneers and helping them. Thank you for everything you do. All right, let's go this way. So we have some cute students here. They're 3- and 4-year-olds. I think they do a better job decorating than I can even do. Hi, what's your name?
Walter,
How old are you?
4.
Can you tell us what you're doing and what you're decorating?
I'm making yellow frosting on my cookie.
You're doing a really good job. Do you like to eat cookies? Yeah? Okay. Well, good job with that. We'll let you keep going there. Hi, can we get a quick interview with you guys? Yeah. Hi, what's your name?
Melissa,
Melissa, what do you do here with Little Pioneers?
I'm an assistant.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about the Little Pioneers program.
We take kids birth to 4 years old, and we have 4 different classrooms. We have an infant classroom, the 1-year-old classroom, a 2-year-old classroom, and a preschool classroom. So I kind of float back and forth right now and fill in wherever is needed.
Okay, let's go over here. Let's go to this really cute kind of purplish and seafoam green cookie over here. Hi, what's your name?
Serena.
What is it?
Serena.
Can you look at the camera right there, Serena, and wave and say hello?
Hello.
Serena's a little shy. That's okay. What's your name?
I'm Bailey.
Bailey, how did you become a part of the culinary program here at Pinnacle?
I took it freshman year and I really enjoyed it. I also took it in middle school, which was really fun. They canceled the program my 8th grade year, but I took it freshman, sophomore, junior, and I'm planning on taking it senior year too.
Do you have any plans after high school that involve culinary arts?
Yeah, I'm planning on going to either culinary school or looking at being a firefighter.
Very nice. Okay, best of luck.
Thank you.
We have our top chef over here, and we're going to do a little introduction with him. Can we do a quick interview with you?
Yeah, for sure.
Can you introduce yourself and tell the audience who you are and what you do here at Pinnacle?
Yeah, my name is Preston Thomas, and I am the instructor for Culinary Arts and the department chair for the CTE department.
Okay, tell us a little bit about the Culinary CTE program.
Yeah, so basically we offer students a way to get into the food service industry if that's kind of what they're looking for. And if they're not, then we teach them, some basic culinary skills so they can cook for themselves when they go off to college or in life. It's one of the best things I love about this is we're actually giving them real world skills that they can use in their everyday lives.
Yeah, I think that's so important. And can you talk a little bit about your students? Do you have a lot of students who maybe join the class and realize they have a passion for cooking or for culinary arts and they go on to do something even more advanced?
Yeah, we definitely have a few. I wouldn't say we have a lot that do that. But I would say like 2 or 3 every year that kind of follow through with the class. Because we have a 4-year program. So if I get some freshmen that start and then all of a sudden they start liking it, and I've had that happen. I have a student over there, Bailey, is a perfect example where just this year he's like, this is really cool, this is what I want to do. And that happens, like I said, a couple times a year maybe.
Yeah, we just interviewed Bailey. He was explaining that to us. Last question is, what if you have a student in the PV district, in the whole district, and they want to do culinary arts? Can they come to Pinnacle to take classes, or is this just a Pinnacle class?
This, I believe, is just for Pinnacle students. I know Paradise Valley High School, they have a program where students are transported to their program. I don't see why they couldn't come here if they wanted to, but it's mainly at PV where they transfer over there or travel.
Well, thank you, Chef. So this has been Sarah Hackett with PVBeat on the Street. Thank you for joining us today out at Pinnacle High School, and we'll see you guys next time.
How fun was that? Did you get a sample any of the cookies?
I didn't. I kind of wanted to, but I didn't want to take them from the children.
Oh, true. That is a good point. Well, thank you to Pinnacle Culinary Arts students and staff and Little Pioneers program at Pinnacle High School. Sarah, that was an action-packed episode full of career and technical education information, but that's going to do it for this podcast. For more information on the many journeys of excellence, visit pvschools.net.
You can also find PV Schools on social media by searching at PV Schools. Make sure to support student success by liking, commenting, and sharing.
And as always, support the pod by rating us on Apple and Spotify and sharing new episodes on the social media platform of your choice.
Bye.